Hello there, and we are live. See ya, ladies and gentlemen. You are welcome. See to today's episode, yeah, episode 14. Can you believe it, guys? Yeah,
Crazy.
me and the Oregon gonna have done 14 episodes, man. Incredible, bro. Incredible. That's an incredible haul, man. See, guys, you're welcome. Yeah, it's Monday. It's your Monday fix. Yeah, the Darlin Cloud Show. And of course, alongside me today is my partner in crime. Yeah, I know he's a partner in crime. In the American Idiot Show. That's the number one. I get that, man. But of course, man, we do have to have our own fix down here of
Absolutely.
Dow, man. And see, Dow, you're welcome to the show, man. How you doing,
Thank
my
you,
brother,
Tony.
man?
I'm doing great, man. Good weekend of crazy weekend of football. My predictions were way off that I made on
Way
Friday, but
off, man.
yeah. Shout out to the referee at Man City Tottenham, my guy.
My
Um,
guy, shout out to him too, man. Oh
Shout
my
out to
God.
that ref, and
Mhm,
shout out to Fulham putting three at Anfield, but it didn't quite work out. But I got to shout
mhm.
out the Arsenal FC because we're still top of the league, baby. So the best you clubs. Sorry,
Sorry,
it's the
man.
way it is.
See you guys, yeah. Today, sideline football just popped in the chart. Sideline football. I might be bringing him,
Mm,
to the channel during this week because this guy, he loves football, and I've been to his show. He talks football quite well. I will be bringing in sideline football, or maybe he could join us next Monday, me and the
yeah,
Oregon Gunner, and we open it up and talk about the big time games. He's a Liverpool fan. Great
yep,
guy, talks lovely football. Guys, go and subscribe to the Sideline Football, man. I should talk to him this week and look for a day that is gonna pop into the show. But see, yeah, today, yeah, I am with the king himself, the Oregon Gooner. See, today wouldn't just be the normal, talk about the
mm,
Gunners or whatever. We're
right,
gonna have that Arsenal section, yeah. But see, we're going to have a holistic view into the different games that the fireworks we did
bad
witness, yeah,
weekend.
this
Yeah,
weekend. Tottenham versus Man City, Liverpool doing their thing, yeah, coming back, the goal scored, yeah. See, incredible. And of course, we're going to talk about Arsenal, but let's open up about Arsenal, yeah. See, DJ Crane is in the house, the Assembled is in the house, and guess what? Wolfang division, that's my brother, Chelsea, man. See, Chelsea was another good game, man.
yeah,
Oregon
crazy
Gunner,
game.
you need to see my guy Wolfie, man. He couldn't breathe. He couldn't breathe. He had to see, yeah, guys. Wolfgang Division is a Chelsea fan. You all know him, yeah. He's not a shameless Chelsea fan, but he's getting to be shameless, man. Because see, he breathed a sigh of relief when
Mm,
Chelsea finally ended that game. He gives us £2 down here. That's my friend. That's my guy. That's my brother. He should be coming to the show tomorrow for the watch along with Luton tomorrow. That's if he's off work. So, Wolfgang Division, thanks. He says, have a great show, lads. And that's my
Chris
guy.
Wolfe,
See,
the man.
Carl Rossi is also in the building. See, guys, yeah, it doesn't get better than this. I got
That's
my
true.
guy, Carl Rossi. Carl Rossi could be anywhere right now, but he chose to, just come down
Being here
here
with
and,
us.
have
Yep.
a chat with us. Yeah, that's my guy. That's my guy. This kind
My
of
guy
guy
is my guy
country.
too.
And it's
He's
your
my
guy too. It's your
guy.
guy too.
We got to
Exactly, man.
share.
He gets Carl Russell
Boom, boom, boom.
is in the house. See,
Tag
guys,
team.
let's go straight to football. See, big,
Yeah,
big, big news coming up from the weekend. Even if we still have to look into the weekend games, Oregon Gunner. See, look at this. Nick
big moment.
Pope. Nick Pope. Newcastle. Oh, it seems like Mama Flossie just joined that. Was that Mama Flossie?
Yeah, that was fun
Mama Flossie
this
is
morning.
in the house. See, guys, yeah, see, guys, see, we're talking about Newcastle, yeah. See,
Mm,
it, the all right's all good now because Mama Flossie's in the house. She's a Newcastle fan. She's a great person, and we love her down here. Great, great to see you down here, Mama Flossie. You know we love you. See, Oregon Gunner. Something happened in the weekend, and it might also ricochet into the Arsenal dressing
mm,
room somehow. See, Newcastle, yeah, I've lost Nick Pope. It the injury was bad. Yeah, he had to hobble up. Oh, Lloyd Ranks decided to pop into the show today, man. Lloyd Ranks, how you doing, man?
What's happening?
What's
Yeah, I'm
up?
fine. I'm fine, man. This is my co-host and co-owner of the show, Oregon Guna.
Yeah.
Hello, mate.
Hello, mate.
Uh,
How's it
he's,
going?
he's American. You don't have to use the accent, man. He's American, man.
I just gotta speak, I just gotta
He,
speak
he,
some hot boy shit.
he doesn't get American than this, yeah. He's American, man.
Fair enough.
See,
Fair enough. I've always wanted to go to America.
yeah, exactly. But this one is from Portland, Oregon, man. That's the city he represents, man.
Come on
Portland,
over.
Oregon, man.
Proper.
Yeah. See, I'll just go straight into the question I wanted to ask my brother Oregon Gunner. See, Oregon Gunner, in the weekend, yeah, Newcastle, yes, they beat Manchester United by 1 goal to
Mm,
nil. Good. Let's throw that away, yeah. Nick
right.
Pope had an injury in that matchup. See, scans have already come out. They're actually speculating right now that he is going to be out for about 5 months. Now, look at
Wow.
how this ricochets down to Arsenal Football Club. There are talks out there that Newcastle might come in for. I'm hearing some news. There's a news feed coming out. I
There we
think
go.
it's Lloyd Rank. It's off now. It's off now. See, and Lloyd, you too. You have to listen to this question too because you also get a part of this question too. So, see, Oregon Gunner, yeah, this
Mm,
might also ricochet down to Arsenal also because we all know that Ramsdale has lost his first choice place,
mm,
between the sticks. Yeah, Raya has signed a new permanent deal with Arsenal. It's going to
right.
be confirmed by the end of the season. But see, there's the bigger picture. We're already hearing the rounds, yeah, that Newcastle might be coming in by January for Ramsdale. If they bring £50 million, will you let him go? And you know what? Yeah, Newcastle, they're the big fish in the pond. They have the money.
Right.
Arsenal might genuinely want to squeeze these people out of the money they've got for
Mm.
a big replacement like Aaron Ramsdale. What do you think about this? Aaron Ramsdale to Newcastle is doing the rounds in the dailies.
Um, for 50 million, I would sell any goalkeeper for 50 million.
Mm,
I, as much as I like Ramsdale and so forth, I thought he was great last season, and he was decent the season before, not the best. That's a real hard one, Tony, because I do think there's things that he's better at than Raya is at. Better than Raya is
mm,
at. I think he's a little quicker on shot stopping. I think
mm,
there's a little bit, he's a little more of a communicator. And like I've said before, he's already established communication and confidence in our back four, right? So
mm,
that's something Raya still has to generate. He still has to build that relationship with Saliba and Gabrielle and our fullbacks. Um,
mm.
50 million, man, that's a lot of money for a keeper.
Yeah, I'm
You
hearing
know,
40 to 50 million. 40 to 50 million. That's what I'm hearing.
we've talked this before. We said what 7 to 9 players out the club. Ramsdale wasn't on my list, but if they're going to give us 45 mil for him, we can find another keeper. We can find
Mm,
another keeper for 30, 35 mil. I don't think that'd be too difficult. Um, but let's see what Raya produces in December.
mm,
That's the thing. If Ray is going to be the goalkeeper, I want to see how he does with the quick run of games. These December fixtures on Boxing Day, as you guys know, come thick and fast, and we need to
mm.
see what he can really produce. In that quick amount of time. Um,
Yeah.
if he does good, keeps the clean sheets, maybe lets in a goal or one or two out of a 4 or 5 game span, and the 45 million is and Newcastle's really aggressive and getting Ramsdale, yeah, let him go. Let him go. Because
T-
that's a lot
but,
of money, man, for a keeper. And we can find a secondary keeper who will do a job. I think there's
Oregon Gunner, is it so easy for us to just say he can go by January? We'll be left with Hayne by January.
right.
Is that
Well,
enough
that's
cover when we do have
no,
Champions League coming up? We do have the FA Cup in which we do need
right.
a
Well,
legitimate goalkeeper to be between the sticks.
it's on Edu to get the business done now, right? Here we are, December 4th. Talk now. Get the talks in progress now. Don't wait, right? Don't
Mm,
wait till the Christmas Boxing
I've got
Day
one.
because it'll be too late. We need to find a replacement now. Move Aaron Ramsdale on, and so it's a smooth transition, Tony. We can't wait, until January. to
Mm.
start making things happen. We need to be proactive,
Yeah,
identify the goalkeeper, talk to that side, get the money
mm,
in place, and so when Aaron Ramsdale does the make move, we slot someone in perfectly.
perfectly. See, that question also goes to our big guest. See, guys, yeah, big up to our guest who's down here, yeah. Bro, talk to these people, man. Let them know who you are, and of course, answer that question, man.
Yeah, what? Yeah, this is what every lot don't know me. This is Lloydie ranks the Don Dada. You don't know the rest already. Do you know what? Yeah, this is what I think. Right? I ain't heard anything about this Ramsdale thing, but you know what? Why don't we just keep the guy in goal? Because you know what? Yeah, I don't rate David Ray or Raya, whatever his name is. Yeah, because I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if it was a couple of games ago. Who was he playing when the cross came in? And my man jumped up like he was Superman, like, and punched it out. I mean, if we wanted Superman in goal, like, why don't we just go and get Superman to go and goal, like? Do you know what I mean? But I'm trying to think, yeah, if we let him go for £50 million, then who are we going to replace him with? Who are we getting in?
That's why they got to do the business now, bro. They got to
That's why
find
they're gonna
something
do the
now.
business now. That's why they got to find a replacement. And
This
either
is
Now,
way,
it. And
we
who?
will be either way, we will be losing Ramsdale as it is right now. You can't afford to have a goalkeeper who doesn't have 100% concentration levels in the game.
Mhm.
He has to
Mhm.
go. That's a fact. He has to
I feel
go.
so. I feel sorry for him.
I do too in a
We
little
do
bit.
feel sorry for him, but again, Arsenal have been feeling so sorry for players. So it's time we do what's best for Arsenal at this time. I want to win a trophy. It's either you want to be sorry for players or you want to win a trophy. I don't want to be sorry for players. I want to win
Mm.
trophies. So
All
if
right,
he
then,
needs to
Tony.
go, he can go. But again,
All right,
there's
here's
a
one
big
for you.
problem. But again, there's a
Uh,
big problem. Do we keep him to the end of the season? Do we
Mhm.
leave all this money that we're seeing, being written in the papers? Lloyd Ranks, this for you. All this money, yeah, being written about Ramsdale and how much he's
mm,
worth in the press, yeah.
mm.
Are you willing to look the other way for the greater good to have a second goalkeeper who could actually still try his best to still, help Raya at the end of the day? Because there's no big names out there. Haney is not. He's not the guy to
He's
help us out.
no,
Yeah, he's
no,
not
he's
that
not
guy.
That's
Premier
why
League.
he's third choice keeper, isn't it?
Yeah, he's not even
Mm,
Premier League level, bro.
he's
But
not that guy. Yeah.
if we were going to replace him with someone like Donnarumma or something from PSG, then I might have said, yeah, but we ain't going to get him, though, are we? So, you know what I mean?
No,
I don't
except for
know.
We're going to sit on the bench. That's for sure. Behind
You
Ryan,
know what I mean?
not going to happen.
Because this is the bigger problem. Yeah. Should Raya be taking care of both the Premier League and the Champions League at the same time, and then
No.
the FA Cup? Because we need someone at least who's half decent. I don't look at Haney as a guy that is even half decent. I
He's not
don't think
Premier
so.
League quality, bro. He's not even on our radar. Let's be honest. We bought him because we probably scooped him up in a good deal. We probably thought there was something. But I've said before, Tony, and I don't mean to interrupt your thing there, but um, I'm tired of coddling these players. We need great.
Mm,
Done with good. We need players that are going to get us to the Champions League level.
He's
Okay,
right.
hey there. I'm
exactly.
tired. We can't decide on what goalie. Well, sell the bastard and get someone in that can do the job. Unai Simon, right? The Spanish goalkeeper, Athletic Bilbao. Unai Simon,
Mm,
Oblak from Atletico Madrid. Go show him some money. See what Atletico Madrid has to say. You know,
exactly.
you've got to put your line in the water to catch the fish,
Yeah,
man.
that goalkeeper's decent as well. That goalkeeper's decent as well. The one you just mentioned, he's decent. That Unai Simon, yeah, he's decent.
And Unai Simon, yeah,
Yeah.
those are fantastic keepers. But
Mm.
none of those players, as you guys know, are going to sit on the bench. That's
Nah,
the you got to find
And
keeper
that's the
that's
problem.
good
That's the bigger
average that
problem that we have.
you
That's a big.
can work
But,
with that wants to that will want to sit on the bench, right? I mean, nobody wants to, but I mean, you're going to have to find somebody that says,
but,
okay, I can take a back seat, right? And that's hard to do as a keeper because the keeper is what probably your number one position.
mm, but
yeah, it's
again,
true.
It's easy
but
to
again,
do.
yeah. See, Lloyd Ranks. I'll bring you into this, and of course, if you have something to say, Oregon Gunner, you can chime into this.
Huh.
Yeah, I look at a team like Manchester City. Yeah, These guys have two world class goalkeepers. Whether
Right.
we like it or not, Ortega is a world class keeper.
He's
Yeah.
class.
Edison, okay, he's a world class goalkeeper. Yeah, he's
Right.
won the Champions League. He's done lots of titles with Manchester City. But Ortega is okay, good and okay. In fact, he loves it when he's even on the bench. I'm sorry to say, because I've not heard one day he coming out in the papers or doing the rounds in the
No.
dailies in England saying that, hey, I'm not having game time. Yeah, he's okay
Yeah.
to stay in the bench. What is it with Arsenal? Yeah, that and we're a big club. Yeah, we're the third largest club in this country. Why is it that these players, yeah, keep mumbling and keep, reacting in a very harsh way when they have to sit on the bench at Arsenal? I do see lots of goalkeepers, yeah, good goalkeepers, yeah, who sit down in the bench in other big teams, in other comparable big teams like Arsenal. Yeah. Why is it that with Arsenal it's always very different? And not just in the goalkeeping position. I'm talking of also normal players that we have in in our bench. Yeah, you start hearing
Right.
mumblings. If Trossard doesn't play, you start hearing mumblings. Maybe not from the player, but at least from fans. If Kai Havertz doesn't play, people start mumbling. Why is it? I'm not talking of particularly Arsenal fans, but definitely people say, why is he not playing? What's going on? So, what do you think about this, man?
Go on, bro.
Yeah, Lloyd Ranks.
Go on, Lloyd.
You know what? I don't really know why. But it's like any player, though, isn't it? Like it's like a lot of Sunday League footballers as well. I know you can't compare Sunday League football to the Premier League, but no one likes to be left on the bench, do they? Like, do you know what I mean? It can be very frustrating. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Very true.
But I don't know, like I don't know why they mumble like because they're on the bench and that. Like maybe they want more money. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
I think some.
because when you look at Ortega, Ortega stays on the bench and there's no complaint. I don't hear him talk about it
Because
in
he's
the
in a winning
news.
side. He's in a winning side.
Maybe,
It's good.
maybe
Yes,
then. Do you know what? Maybe we should chuck Man City a couple of quid for him then.
Mm,
I
mm.
don't know if they're going to sell to us anymore.
But
No, we already nicked two of their players, didn't they?
Lloyd is right. Ortega is the one. Ortega would be the one to get, to be honest. But you know, I think that the players sitting on the bench, Tony. I think some of them really don't care because they're in a winning side. You never really hear Barcelona players complain or Madrid players,
Yeah, Real Madrid, yeah, true. PSG,
players, PSG. They all know their role. It's like you're
mm,
you're sitting on the bench because you're just not at the level of the starting 11 yet, right? I don't know what
yeah,
else or other managers would say, but having again, it's Arteta creating these freaking problems for himself. He's created this problem for himself because Aaron Ramsdale, yeah, he had some slip ups at the end of the season, but that doesn't define what he's going to do the next season, right? You still got
mm,
months off. I feel like what Lloyd's saying is true. I feel kind of bad for him too because he's
mm,
worked hard to build that relationship with the back four. And as
yeah,
you guys know, that is a paramount relationship that you have
mm,
to have in the spine of your football club, of your team.
yeah,
You have to have your
yeah,
keeper know everything the defense is doing, and they have to tell the keeper everything that they're doing. It's a
mm,
it's a one-on-one transactional communicative relationship, right? If you don't
mm,
control the back four, have good communication, you're going to give up goals. If
mm.
yeah,
four doesn't
It's
know
like
what it's going to be, or they don't have an instinct of what the keeper's going to do on set pieces, corners, etc. There's no confidence. Goals will get scored, and
yeah,
so I just feel like Arteta is just creating a problem where there really was none, right?
none.
But now
Yeah,
that
exactly.
Raya's here, he's got some clean sheets under his belt. He's got better distribution than Ramsdale, but that's really about it. And like Lloyd
Mm,
said, it's like he's punching at stuff. He looks sus against Man City, making
see,
mistakes. I mean, he's going to make mistakes. And then where are we going to be? Once Raya starts making mistakes and we sell Ramsdale, then what?
then what? That's the bigger problem. That's the
Right.
then
bigger
we're screwed,
problem.
isn't it?
Exactly.
I don't know, but that's the bigger problem. Who do we call upon? And look at the assembled. The assembled said something. He said Ramsdale
Yeah.
will be better off at Newcastle. 40 to 50 million for Ramsdale. Arsenal will sell him for 35 million. Of course. We will sell him. That's for sure. If we see that kind of money, 40, 50 million, Arsenal will
Yeah,
get that money.
they're gonna
And
sell it.
mind you guys, we also have to kind of like, make sure our books are okay because FFP rules is breathing down our necks. See, the
Yeah,
next big one, yeah, in the weekend, yeah, because we'll still look into weekend games. That's okay. But again, chances upon chances went begging in that matchup against Wolves. Yeah, we
yeah.
need to
We
talk
should have
about
battered them.
exactly. We should have battered those guys at least 6-7. Yeah,
So,
see,
Yeah,
they were there for the
Lons.
taking.
Yeah, that game.
They were there for the taking. Let's
That
go
game should have
right
been
now.
way over.
It should have
yeah,
been way over from the first start. We should have,
facts.
beaten and amputated those guys.
And you know what, Tony? I've actually got a good point on that when you're ready.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly. But you know
sure.
what? Yeah, there's no need to talk about anything. See, Oregon Gunner, you want to say something, man?
Oh no, I was
And
just
Oregon,
saying. Lloyd
you can
says
also
Lloyd has a
yeah,
point. So go ahead, Lloyd. Make your point, bud.
go ahead, man, make your point. That game in the weekend against
Yeah,
the Wolves.
let's put it this way. Yeah, that game, yeah, at the weekend against Wolves, right? We should have annihilated them. Yeah, just like the way we annihilate whatever they're called. Yeah, we should have battered them, Wolves. Yeah, we should have beat them up and sent them back to wherever Wolves. I don't know where Wolverhampton is. I don't know where that is, but we should have
Somewhere.
sent them packing, bruv. Yeah, how you going one on one with the goalkeepers? Yeah, you're hitting crossbars, you're hitting posts. He's another one who needs to leave as well, bruv. Eddie Nketiah, he's another one who needs to leave as well because he is crap.
He needs to
Yeah,
go. In fact, there's
he is
news
crap.
came out today. News came out today that we might be selling him by January. Actually,
Yeah, go. He is crap.
mm.
But
Yeah, he is
anyway,
not.
yeah, another thing as well. Yeah, Wolves, yeah, didn't do nothing in that game. Yeah, and I tell you what, I love Zinchenko. Yeah, but sometimes, yeah, he is suspect. Three giveaways,
Yeah.
three giveaways, yeah, he done in that game, yeah, and the third one led to them scoring a goal. Now, if Kieran Tierney was playing that position, there was no way that would have happened.
Facts.
That's another one. That's another one we should have kept. Kieran Tierney.
My left back. Yeah,
Mhm.
because Kieran Tierney is solid defensively. He made overlaps, but it's the inverted thing, isn't it, Lloyd? It's the inverted thing that we want to do with Zinchenko. We might as well play him as a fourth midfielder and just play a 3-4-3. Yeah,
Might as well. Yeah,
he was absolute dog shit last weekend.
it's Pony.
Oh,
Pony.
he's
Shit.
bro. Yeah,
Pony.
I'm tired of Bart Simpson. There is better players out there. There's left backs for sure, all through Europe we could buy that are better than Zinchenko. He's on my list too of the 8 players I want out.
I like him, but like I said, there's too many mistakes in there. Like, do you know what I mean?
I used to like him, but I just don't anymore. I just think he's more of a liability right now. I thought he was okay last season. I thought he was decent last season, but he's a liability, bro. He's a
Mm.
liability.
See, yeah. Shout out to Luke James who's
Dude,
down here. He says, "Evening, guys." He says, "Evening, guys." Static just popped into the show, yeah, and he says something here. I will go to the assembled comment after this. Static says something here. Shout out to Static, by the way. That's our guy. That's our brother. He says, "Yeah, once again, Tony, it's allegedly,
Mm.
allegedly, for FFP. You must be careful throwing that FFP excuse around, especially when Arsenal are not bankrupt. If they were, they would be liquidated right now.
Mm.
Think about it. No, see, I get it, Static, but again, we are hearing that Arsenal can't.
We
There's
can't
a
spend
limit
over
to how
$6.
much
Right.
we can spend because we are not. Our books aren't doing the rounds. We're not doing
yeah, but
good
you know
business.
what, Tony? Yeah, Tony, do you know
We're
what?
strapped. It's not that the money isn't there, but we're strapped in terms of we can't expend so much
How much
because
we can
we are
spend.
not selling. We're not
I'm trying to
selling and
think.
we're not doing good business.
I'm trying to think then, Tony. Yeah, then how come? Yeah, everyone's talking about this FFP thing. Yeah, then why ain't Chelsea been done for it? They can go and spend like over £1 billion, and no one's saying that. Do you know what I mean?
But they sold players, bro. They sold Havertz. They sold
Yeah,
Isn't
they
it?
sold
You
they
see
players.
what
They
sold
they?
got money. They've
players,
done
so
good
they kind
business.
of evened it out, you know.
Mm.
So
They've
Yeah, it
done
makes
good
sense then, I
business.
suppose, isn't it?
they
Yeah,
sold a
exactly.
lot.
They've done good business. They've done good business. I think they brought in Kai Havertz for 70 something million, and
65.
they're selling him to us for about 65. Bro,
Mm.
that's good. That's good and okay. Compare Arsenal's business with a player we bought for 70
Oh,
something million, Pepe, and we couldn't even get 5 million. That's the problem. We can't reconcile how much we spent. Mind you, we did spend 105 million for Declan Rice in the summer.
Mm.
That's
Yeah,
big money.
Pepe, we didn't get
Exactly.
much for him, did we? I swear he only went for like
We didn't,
25 mil, didn't he, or something?
we didn't even get 3 million for him. We didn't even get 3 million for Pepe. So that's a
For
big
real.
problem. Yeah, for real.
So wait,
We didn't get it.
so where was I hearing from then about apparently whoever he's paying for now gave us 25 million? Someone must have been
Oh,
telling me that wrong then.
are you dreaming? In
25. I thought he
in
sounded
what
a bit dodgy.
universe?
Like 25 million.
no.
Nobody gave anyone any amount of money for Pepe, man. I'm
That's
sorry,
a
he
joke,
actually
innit?
left on loan.
Yeah.
Actually, he left on loan. No one gave anyone money for Pepe,
Well, the problem
and
with
no
that
one
time,
is
you
willing to
guys,
buy him.
we were shopping for Hondas and Toyotas and City, and then we're buying Lamborghinis and
You
Ferraris. Well,
need-
you buy a player for £100 million and you sell him for
Mm.
65. Yeah, they get a loss, but they also had the player for 4 years, and he also got him a Champions League trophy. So I can see
yeah,
why
it's
they
true.
want to let him go, because Havertz is really technically a decent kind of low level shit footballer. I mean, but he serves a purpose in a way, I guess. But I just don't see, like, we've never shopped in the Ferrari window, and that's the problem. Is we were bought Hondas that were breaking down,
Mm.
that we had no value, like Rob Holding, Cedric, right? Eddie and Ketty is another one. I know he came from Ham.
El Neni still at the
And then
football club.
so
Cedric the Entertainer is still down here. We still
Yeah,
have
that's
our
why I called him.
injury.
That's why I called him Cedric the Entertainer. That's why I called him.
Cedric the Entertainer is still down here. Yeah, entertaining, win the
Entertainer.
dog.
right,
We still have Emmy Smith Rowe, who should have sold to
Yeah.
Chelsea just
and
last
there's
season for
or Aston
40
Villa,
million pounds. Is
Aston
still
Villa, yeah.
injured. Guys, let this sink in. Fabio Vieira is coming back 2024. Is injured till that day. We're going to be having a shortage, a big shortage
Yeah.
by January. It's big fact, yeah. It's big fact. But we'll be going into that. That's a whole different topic altogether. The
He cost a
assembled
bit of
says
money as well, didn't he?
Mm.
He
exactly,
cost
man.
he cost like 35 something million, didn't he?
35.
Exactly, man. Exactly.
And like I
The
said,
assembled,
and like
yeah.
I said before, he ain't no Patrick Vieira, that's for sure.
That's for sure. That's he ain't no Patrick Vieira.
Ain't no
That's for
Cesc
sure.
Fabregas either.
Isn't
Way off
it?
that mark. Way
He
off
ain't no
that mark.
Fabregas either. True.
At
Nope.
all, man. At all, man. The assembled says something. It says every great team has a goalkeeper, centre back, central midfield playmaker, and striker. Who are we approaching a world class level or world class performer? Looking at Arsenal, which ones do we have?
Not loads.
Not
not
not loads.
loads.
Not loads at all.
Well, I
See
mean,
it, guys. Oregon Gunnar, you want to say something?
I was just going to say this: the spine of the team, as I see it, is, of course, the keeper, whichever one that is, Saliba, Gabriel, Declan Rice, and then it kind of gets up there. You're thinking maybe Saka to Jesus, right? That's kind of our spine. I don't consider Odegaard part of our spine because he goes missing so much in big games. I mean, he has nice games when you give him room, but the real spine of our team is really Saliba, Rice, and I guess you could say even Martinelli to Jesus, right? I mean, I don't know what you guys think, but
Yeah, look,
that's
someone disagreed with my comment here. Look, Zinni sometimes suspect. That is the most. Well, it's facts. Sorry. Come on. I don't know if you. I don't know. Sorry, the assembled. I don't know you, but if you saw the game, yeah, see the chance. See how many times he gave the ball away.
No,
Look
no,
how Wolves.
no. He's
Look how
actually
Wolves.
agreeing with you. He's agreeing
Oh,
with
is
you.
he?
Actually,
Oh,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
sorry,
It's
my bad
probably
then.
it
yeah. He's
is.
actually agreeing with you because uh, you
It's
know,
facts.
yeah. It's facts. It's right. He's actually agreeing with you. He's just
Three times
stressing the
he.
fact.
Three
He's
times he
stressing
gave
the
the ball
fact
away.
that he's
Three
running out
times.
of time. Mm,
Free time. But like I said though, Tony, before that game should have been put away to bed before that.
mm.
The
But
4-0
see, before we go into the spine thing, yeah, because it's very important. This stuff
halftime.
Oregon gonna brought about. But let's finish up this Zichenko issue, yeah, once and for all. By January, yeah, we have Tomiyasu who is leaving for the Asian Cup. Yeah, hope you guys know about that. He's leaving to the Asian Cup.
Yeah,
He's gonna
I
be
heard
gone.
something of that.
So we are going
Yeah.
to be having shortage in that defensive area.
Mhm.
This guy is still slated to come back despite news about a setback with his injury worries. I'm talking of Timber, Jurian
Mhm.
Timber. They are still saying he's going to come back by January. So that's
Wow.
good news. But again, the way I'm seeing it, he's not going to be rushed back in.
Hmm.
So, in
Mm.
other words, we are left with, and we can't go and get Kieran Tierney back. He has to finish his loan move at Real Sociedad. So we're
Mm.
left
He's not.
with Zini. Actually, we're screwed with him. We're down here with him. So this is what I'm feeling that should be the best and effective way to make use of him. This guy is a midfielder for the Ukrainian national team. That's his wheelhouse. That's where he plays. We
Hmm.
are just making, we're just playing him out of position and
Out of
turning him into
position.
a
Yeah.
striker.
Yeah.
Exactly, and maybe that's the problem. Maybe it's the manager, the way he's being used in this team. In the Ukrainian national team, he's a central midfielder. So why can't we move this guy to that central midfield and maybe
Mm.
just go and bring in someone who would play in that left back position, or
That's what I said.
maybe just keep Kivior and let him play there in that left back
Hmm.
position, because Kivior wants to leave on loan by January. That's the
Hmm.
rumors, not just rumors. In fact, AC Milan have started talking to his agent. That's for
Yep.
sure, and he personally wants to go to Italy because he wants to solidify his place in that Polish national team for the Euros coming up next year. Poland is in the playoffs, but they're likely to go through anyway with Lewandowski and all that.
Mm.
Talent. They definitely will go through that playoff. So definitely, he wants to go. And mind you, is a mainstay in that defense of Poland. He wants to go get playtime. He's not getting at Arsenal. So he wants to leave by January. So if he leaves now, we only left with Zini, who would be there in left back position. So entirely we're screwed unless Mikel Arteta somehow does some hocus pocus and kind of like keeps Kivior down there, and he can maybe move Zini to midfield because we're already screwed in the midfield already. We don't have we don't have a big bench per
Right.
se.
Right. And
So
the
what
thing
Mm.
is,
so
Done.
what do you
what
guys
about
think?
Tony? Well, I think
What,
that when we go looking for someone again, I want great. Instead of, I'm tired, and you guys are too. I'm tired of dealing with good. Oh, he's a good player. Oh, he's good at this. We need great. We need great. We need, if we get a left back, we need like Nuno Mendes in there. We need Sergio Garcia in there. We need a top name that will get us a freaking trophy. I'm done dealing with these players that Arteta thinks he's going to bring in. He's going to train them up, and we're going to, get them going. They're going to be real Arsenal fans. No, I want someone who's already proven. I'm tired of these different names coming in, like Kiwi work. Okay, great. Like, he's already wants to go, and I
See,
don't
ain't
blame
he been
him.
there long?
He ain't been there long because he's like, again, it's kind of like the Arsene Wenger days of the past where he would just kill players' careers because he just wouldn't
Yep.
flat out play them. It's like you can't have a player just come in, oh, this guy's injured, or okay, now we're going to slot you in. These are professional footballers, and they want to have solid careers. And if they're not going to have it at Arsenal, AC Milan's a very good place to be right now, fighting for the Scudetto. Won the Scudetto 2 seasons ago,
yeah.
fighting to be
Giroud is
real,
bang. Yeah, Giroud's banging goals in there for fun.
a real Rafael Leao
So
Raphael as
what?
well.
So what? So what do we
manager.
do? What do we do? What do we do with our left back position? Because we're screwed by
We
January. We're
go
screwed.
we go to PSG and we say we give you 75 mil for Nuno Mendes. I mean,
Could do that.
stuff
But but
backing you
again,
up.
but again, can
One of them.
Arsenal spend that kind of
Well, we
money
can't spend that
in
much, right? No,
January?
it's
I
not going
doubt
to
it.
happen.
That,
They ain't
that's
going to
what
let us
I'm
spend
talking about. Mind you,
Yeah,
a
but Tony,
striker.
what can't they go back to Sociedad and cut Tierney's loan short? Can't they do that?
He's not even playing there, from what I've
He's
heard
not.
too. That he's
He's
not even really
injured.
playing.
He's even
He ain't getting
injured.
into the team. He
Yeah,
ain't getting into the team. So why don't they just terminate his loan then and send him back to us?
Man. But, but again, man.
it's complicated.
Again, it's complicated, man.
That's
It's
why we need to
complicated.
identify targets now. If we're going to sell Ramsdale in January, we need to find his replacement now.
Yeah.
Right
Get
now.
the wheels
Right
turning,
now.
get the negotiations started. So when Ramsdale leaves, which he probably will for Newcastle, which would be a very smart move for him because he's going to play a lot. But when Pope comes back, he may find himself on the bench again. So
See?
there's the other side of the coin too, where if Aaron Ramsdale has, some big picture, and overreaching thoughts like, hey, if I go and he comes back, I might be on the bench anyway. So there's that to think about. He may be just fine. I know we speculate in this stuff, and his dad says he's unhappy, he's not smiling, all this bullshit. But the thing is, he's still at the top club. We're top of the league. He hasn't really made any mistakes. In fact, we were just hugging him, right? We were just giving him hugs against the Lawns game. I think he played. We just need to find someone better. I'm done with good. I'm done with good. I'm ready for great. We have to have a
Ready for great.
this season. And this is why I'm pissed why we brought David Raya in. And I'm pissed because we brought Havertz in, because Arteta's creating issues where there was none last season.
Where there was none. Exactly.
Problems where there was none. Yeah, the left side, somebody there. Well, Trossard has filled that spot pretty well. Notice that Havertz is not on the left mid side anymore. For 3 games now, he started, 2 games, he started Trossard there. So I think the Havertz hype is kind of dying out. But the thing is that when we go get these players, we need great. We are fucking done with good, guys. I'm sorry to cuss.
Yeah.
We're done with good, guys. We've been following this club for so long.
Exactly.
Leonard, I'm sure you followed 20 plus years. Tony, I know you're in the 10 plus years. I've been following the club 24 years. I'm done betting on good. Hoping. Shout out Matt Southern Gooder. Hope strategy 101. It's a hope strategy. We hope we get this player. We hope we get that player. No, we need to solidify it. If that's the one you want, Arteta, make it happen.
Make it happen. Make it happen. Make it happen.
Yes. We may or may not get them. Just make it happen. FFP rules, etc. Just make it happen.
Make it happen. That's what our Prophet Oregon says here. DSM says here, Arsenal were following FFP rules before it came into force, Tony. Believing the Arsenal PR rumor mill is a precious thing to do. Jay is a big fan of ours, man. Big up to you, Jay. He's back down here, yeah. He says, evening, Tony and the panel. If the Gunners were willing to let Pepe go for 3 million, it shows how deep the fallout with Arteta actually was. And side we spent 65 million on Kai Havertz, 105 on Rice. Timber. Oh my God, man. Bro, that's an epic takedown, man. Jay also says something else. Said we blew our budget and we didn't manage to raise funds to overcome FFP rules, and that's what we're talking about, man. Jay just summarized everything verbatim. See,
he's right.
Yeah, he's right. He's right. Lloyd ranks. Yeah, let's talk about this. Yeah, Kai Havertz came back from Germany. Yeah, his exploits. Yeah, at Germany. Yeah, scored a goal for Germany. Yeah, was at the back end of receiving a penalty against his team. Yeah, came back, scored a winner against Brentford, scored the first goal. Scored the first goal in the Champions League against Lens. Yeah, good. That's back-to-back wins. And then on Saturday, Mikel Arteta keeps him on the bench. Was that right to you? Like, if it was another player, would it have been like, okay, if a player comes in, scores a double, shouldn't he be starting in the next game? I'm not saying that I want Kai Havertz there. I'm not saying that.
Right.
But I'm just saying, can't we be playing the most informed players right now? What is the need of a player getting a goal and keeping him on the bench? I've also seen this vice versa with a player like Trossard. Mind you, guys, yeah, he scored a couple of goals before the internationals, went to the internationals, scored a particular goal for Belgium, came back, and it's back to the bench yet again. See, guys, yeah, what do you have to say about this thing? What is it about players that are in form and they're scoring goals, and later on you just keep them on the bench, starting the next game? What's going on? Were you okay with that with Kai Havertz? Lloyd Ranks, let's hear it from you.
Well, as you know, I'm not a big fan of Kai Havertz. I already said he was a waste of money. But at the end of the day, yeah, the guy scored back-to-back goals, innit? You start the geezer, innit? Simple as that, innit?
That's a good question, Tony. Right, because you start to think that, and Lloyd's got a good point. You see a player knocking a couple goals, you think they're going to do the same thing. It's
start the geezer, innit?
Yeah, those goals Kai Havertz scored. I mean, Are they really worthy of getting him a start? Because every time he starts, it's so slow and mundane, and he passes the ball laterally and backwards. I like you, Tony. I don't really obviously want Kai Havertz there either. It's 65 million that we could have bought a different player. But the fact of the matter is, we spent the money. He's here. He's got the shirt. But I still don't know about starting him, guys. That's just my thing. I mean, you both make a good point. Maybe a player's on form, scores two or makes a couple goals in 2 games. But has Kai Havertz ever really been on that form? I mean, are those goals something that he really kind of created? If I remember, he kind of just poked them in there. He happened to be at the right place at the right time. I want to give him credit for that.
Yeah, I was just about to say as well, Tony, I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to lie. Do you know what? I used to play Sunday League football. I would have scored them.
Exactly.
Right. He would have been at the right place at the right
You know what I
time.
mean?
You would have seen the ball coming in and said, oh, maybe I need to get to the far post. Right? Maybe it'll come into me and maybe I'll tap it in. I feel like that kid is so gone full of confidence now. The 2 goals have helped, I'm sure, are helping. But thank you, Static. But I just feel like Trossard is the one. There's just more creativity. He brings more to the table. He's a better footballer all around, more confident, more controlled. Doesn't follow the strikers around like a lost puppy. We've seen Havertz basically follow Jesus and Martinelli because he doesn't know where else to be on the pitch. But again, you can't shout that the 2 goals helped us. But at the same time, he's still just not Arsenal quality.
He's still not.
No, he ain't, is he? No.
But again, the guy they put him in place, of Kai Havertz, was Trossard in that left center midfield,
Right.
You see, he looked drab on Saturday. I didn't see a big performance from Trossard. I'm sorry, man. See, guys in the chat, you all know I like Trossard. I like him very much, man.
So do I.
But I'm sorry, man. Playing Trossard in the left center mid has done Arsenal no good. It has done him no good. You either should play Trossard either as a striker. It's better off than Eddie Nketiah coming in as a number 9.
Sure.
It's
Kai
better
Havertz
off
is better than Eddie Nketiah.
or play him behind the striker, or even use him to give Martinelli a rest. I don't care if he's coming from the bench, but at least use him to give Martinelli a rest in a way. But to play Trossard in left center mid, it's making no sense to me because you can see, he wasn't making runs. He wasn't helping the defense out.
Yeah, but he's the better.
He had more assists.
Better choice, though, Tony. Right? I mean, if you look at it on paper and you set it up, he's by name, he's the better choice to start. Right? That's the problem, and that's Arteta's causing himself more problems because he doesn't know where to put some of these players. We know Trossard is a good winger, left, right. Can play striker, can play a false 9, can play a central attacking mid. But if he's going to put him at left, it's kind of weird because then Trossard goes up because Zinchenko moves up and inverted. So Zinchenko basically replaces the left mid role, right? While the left mid has to go up and attack. So I think that's good, but I think you're right, though, too, Tony, is that left mid is not where he really plays.
He's not where he really plays. He's less effective in that position.
Right. He would play a better left side in a 4-2-3-1 setup than he would in a 4-3-3 because he wouldn't have to come back and defend as much because he'd have the 2 CDMs and behind him. I always feel you got to put your best 11 out. And I'm sorry, Kai Havertz, Eddie Nketiah, any of those 8-9 players we talked about last week, Tony, are not starting players. Emil Smith Rowe, I love the guy, hail Ed, but how many times have we talked about letting him go? Is this the season we're going to see him? Nope, he's injured again. Is this the season we're going to see him? Nope, he's injured again. I mean, there comes a time you just got to cut your losses. And this January, I'm sorry, but it's time. We have players that are just taking up space for other players at this point. There's other players we can get in that can slot in those spaces. Zuba, Mendy, Ivan Toney, right, that are better than 3 other players from Arsenal. And the Eddie Nketiah thing is done. The Kai Havertz thing.
That's done. That's done. We can all see that. It's done.
Yes.
It's like we said earlier as well, Tony. Like It's like El Neni. It's like El Neni's still there. Like he's still getting money there for not even kicking the ball. What's he doing there?
I'm not even. What is he doing there? That's what I'm saying.
Johnson,
We have
all
some
these
other
vendor
options who can even
hangovers.
come out and play and give us
You know what I mean?
just give us some help, man. Because Trossard is not making any. He's not making any effective runs from that left centre mid. I
Right.
have a problem with
No,
that.
he looked
And
pretty
again,
bad.
it's making the player who I know has more to give to Arsenal Football Club looking like shit in that left centre mid. So he's not really looking good in that position. So
Mhm.
it's actually even making him look bad. But you know what? Yeah, Lloyd ranks. Yeah, DSL
Mm.
would put up a big argument for something. Yeah, he
Yep.
says put Martinelli as a centre forward where he should be. And see, to
Yeah.
be very
Why
frank,
not? Yeah.
I will take Martinelli as a centre forward rather
Yeah.
Absolutely.
than
So would
having
I.
Eddie
Yeah.
Nketiah,
Yeah.
rather than having Eddie Nketiah down there, man.
Yeah.
I'll
Definitely.
cut my losses.
Yes,
I'll
the
cut my
assembled. I
losses
agree.
and put him down there. Did you agree with the assembled?
Mm. I agree.
I agree wholeheartedly. I was saying that last season when we were going through our dip. But Trossard did well. We won 6 games straight with Trossard at center forward after we lost to City and Jesus was injured.
Mm.
So, yeah, I've been wanting Gabriel Martinelli up there for a long time.
So have
Yeah,
I. So have
But
I.
yeah,
he's taller than Jesus. He
exactly.
doesn't.
He
He's
has
not
the
as
speed.
erratic as
He
Jesus.
has the
He's
speed. He knows how
bold.
to score goals.
He has the touch. Yeah, his magic touch. He's like
Mm.
we've talked before, Tony. Jesus is a good striker, right? He's a good center forward, and he causes problems for the defense. But he is not consistent, and he's not really that accurate.
Mm.
He's had 2 or 3 great goals this season. That one against United when he sent Dalot back to Portugal. But other than that, he's just kind of a nuisance. Martinelli gets the ball and does the business. Gabriel Jesus, I think, just kind of throws himself around and waits for the ref to make calls. You see the look on his face every time. He's just like waiting for these calls that just never
Yeah.
come. Gabriel
I've seen it a
Martinelli,
few times as well. I've seen it.
exactly. My missus was like looking at him like, why is he making these faces? These cartoon-like faces with his eyebrows. I don't know. Anyway,
Oh
Do you
my
know what?
God.
My missus said the same thing as well. My missus said the same thing.
he looks like a cartoon character. It's like, but it's like he's a decent striker.
Mm.
Important
But
goals. But Martinelli is the one. There's just a seriousness about him that Jesus
but
just
guys,
has.
I would say we should tone that a little bit down a little bit because if the Arsenal board is hearing that, okay, they might say, okay, good. The fans want Martinelli as centre forward. We're not going to buy a striker by January, so
We tried it with Theo Walcott, and
let's
that didn't
pipe
work
it
out too
low.
well.
Let's pipe it low. I want us to go by
I
January
remember
and
Theo
go get a
Walcott told
striker.
Wenger.
Let's don't
Told
play like
Wenger he
that.
wanted to
Let's
play
don't
center
play like
forward,
that.
and that didn't work. Remember when Walcott played striker? He told Wenger he was ready to play striker, and he scored 1 goal in like 4 games. And
Yeah, I remember
yeah,
that. Yeah.
that was that.
And that was
Enough of
that.
this shit.
See, a big one before we go into other games that we're playing in the weekend, so we could round
Mm,
up. See, Martin Odegaard, guys,
mm,
that's a big topic. Yeah, Martin Odegaard. See, guys, yeah, do we have Martin Odegaard back? Is our captain of Arsenal Football Club? Is the captain back? See, guys, yeah, I'll just give you a preamble. Before, right before he got a concussion, yeah, he scored a goal. That was in the FA Cup Easter against West Ham. Do you guys remember?
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. He came back. He scored in the Champions League. Beautiful goal, by the way. If you guys remember
That
that
was a
goal he
nice
scored
goal.
against
Yeah.
Blanche. He comes back again now and he scores another goal again. See you guys, yeah. Is Martin Odegaard back? I'll start with you, Lloyd Ranks, before Oregon Gunnar, my brother, chimes in on that one. Do we have this guy back? He's scoring goals. Personally, yesterday he threw some passes here and there. You know, did his thing here and there, but it wasn't up to scratch to the
Yeah.
Odegaard that we know anyway.
Right.
But he did
Yeah. He's
throw
coming back.
passes here and there. See,
Yeah.
do
He's
we
coming back
have
slowly.
Martin? Do we have Martin Odegaard back? Is our captain back?
I don't think he's back yet, innit? We still got to give him a bit more time, innit? We've got to give him that time to come slowly, innit? Because it's like what Oregon said earlier on, innit? With certain games, like he goes missing, innit? So he's not, it's like he's not there in it. So I don't think he's back there yet. It takes time, but he's getting there slowly in it.
Yeah, I agree. Go ahead,
But
Tony.
he's scoring goals. He's scoring goals.
Yeah,
He's
he is,
scoring.
but again, like he goes missing. He goes missing in certain games, doesn't he? Like he doesn't. He's like he's not there in certain games, like especially in big games. Like he goes missing. Like, do you know what I mean?
Mm,
He
mm.
scores goals in the games against lesser opposition where he gets room on the ball. I've said it over and over. You give him 3 or 4 yards, he will annihilate any defense with his passing, his movement. Those things I think are absolutely fantastic for him. His shot selection's great, but right, I mean, Lloyd said it just as many of us said before. Against Chelsea, United, Liverpool City, Tottenham, he tends to go missing because he has no room to maneuver with the ball. They play him too tight, but it's on him to figure out a solution to give himself some space.
We're getting feedback from the audio. Can you guys hear that?
Is that you, Lloyd, or that's not me?
I think Lloyd, it might be from you.
Me?
What's it sound
We're
like?
getting, yeah, we're getting feedback audio. Like when someone
Might be my
talks, it might
might
be
be
your
my
head.
headset.
Yeah,
Might be my
yeah,
headphones because I can't hear it.
So
yeah.
it's
Okay,
okay. I'm fine.
okay.
Yeah, it just he disappears. I still think he crosses that line of good to great, right? There's times we see him, he just does incredible things, but he needs room on the ball. You play him close man to man, and he's ineffective. And he, him and Arteta need to figure that out. He needs to figure out what he needs to do. If he needs to drop back more, play up more, fill the gap a little bit more. And I think he needs to put weight on. I think he's easily pushed around,
Pushed
easily
around.
pushed off the ball, shoulder to shoulder. There's more things that he needs to work on, and I think fitness and building up his physicality is should be number one because he's a very thin guy. I mean, he looks very soft out there. Um, but to me, the jury's still out because I see brilliance. I see spots of brilliance, and then other times I feel like just like, where are you? What are you doing? Like, why aren't you? If you're the captain, you got to grab the game by the scruff of the neck and push us forward.
Yeah,
Like a Vieira would have, or Thierry Henry. Even a Jens Lehmann or David Seaman, Tony Adams. I can name them all, right? You as a captain, you have to embody that. You have to embody the fight. And I think at times he just is non-vocal. He's not. He doesn't very have a loud voice that carries.
yeah.
Um, and he just needs to figure out ways where he can get himself room on the ball because he is a great creator. He's an incredible passer. He has a great shot selection. He can open up any defense. Honestly, I think there's not really one defense we haven't really seen him open up at some time. It's just the consistency and not being scared. I think there's an element of him of nervousness. I think he's scared if he doesn't perform. And I think that's a lot of weight on his shoulders, of course, for Arsenal and Arsenal captain. But he needs to find a way to get free and get more space because it's when you play close up to him, it just doesn't work.
I totally agree with you. But Lloyd Ranks, check if you agree with our brother here at the assembly. He says, to me personally, he needs tacklers behind him. He's not a tackler and shouldn't be pushed to play a role he hasn't got the ability to play. What do you think about this comment from the assembled?
Yeah, I'm actually just reading it. Yeah, it's true. He's not a tackler. He's not. He's not. He's not. It's like I've noticed, like when there's loads of people around him, like what I mean, he loses the ball too easily as well. That's another thing I've noticed. And another thing about him, anyway, he looks like Leonardo DiCaprio.
That's not too bad. I'd like to fight
That's not too bad. But again, he's much of a nice guy. It's just the same thing that Oregon, was saying. He's more of a nice guy. He needs to go to the gym, yeah, bulk up more. Like I've seen central midfielders, yeah, and even attacking midfielders, yeah, that just bulk up just a little bit. Like look at Phil Foden, yeah. He's not the bulkiest guy. He's not even bulky in any way, but his athletic body, his athletic physique gives off that energy that Martin Odegaard doesn't really have. Martin Odegaard
Look
is
at
not as
Traore.
athletic as Foden is.
Look at Traore. Look at Traore.
Traore, same thing. He needs to go to the gym, bulk up, even if it's a little bit, or become a little bit more athletic in a way. But there's just something Martin Odegaard needs to just bring that extra thing to his game. Maybe he needs to work in the gym more, maybe a little bit more stronger arms, stronger legs or something, something that he could just be able to use as, as part of his game to just kind of like maybe gain advantage, maybe a little shoulder push. But he can't even give shoulder push. He's a slim guy. He
Yeah, he needs to be
doesn't he
like
doesn't
almost
deserve
like
it.
Frank Lampard. Like Frank Lampard's a little chunky, but
Yeah, a
he
bit
needs that
chunky,
bigger
yeah.
stature. I mean, nobody was really pushing
Mm,
him around on the pitch.
mm,
He's a hard one to rate because some day games we rate him, sevens and eights, and other games we rate him four and fives because he's just
mm.
not there. And
He's just not there. He's
and
just
I
not
thought
there.
that Havertz was the sub to come on for Odegaard when he wasn't performing or getting tired and so forth. But obviously we haven't really seen that. So, we both know that center attacking mid. I think Tony, you and I agree that that's Kai Havertz's best spot, either that or
Mm.
striker because he's out of the way, right?
Yeah, he's out of the way.
He's out
I,
of
I,
the
tot-
way if he's a striker.
I,
He's
I,
not
I, I totally
really
agree with you, man. Out of the way,
but
man. Out of the way.
um,
See ya, guys. We're encroaching to something different. Lloydie Ranks, please, could you remove your audio and put it back because that feedback is so huge and it's from you. Yeah, and you can put it back.
Well, I ain't got no telly on it. I ain't got no telly on in the room, and I don't know where the stat is coming from. But yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But it seems okay. It seems a little bit okay now, a little bit. Ledge FC is down here with us. He says big ups. He says big ups down here. Big ups to you, Ledge FC. Thanks for popping in today. It says, "How are you all? We're doing great, man." See, let's look into these games. Yeah, this weekend. Tottenham versus Manchester City at the Etihad. See, I will let you take a lead on this one, Lloyd Ranks, man. What did you see in that game? Arsenal won their game against Wolves. Yeah, 33 points. It was just a routine win. Yeah, good one. Yeah, uh, uh, leading. At least we were leading the pack by 4 points at the time, and then we're just to chill, sit back, and watch the Hotspurs do their thing with Manchester City. I really want, I'm shamed. I really wanted Tottenham Hotspurs to actually beat Man City. It didn't work out in that way. But that draw, to go or go down, to go or go down, Man City came back, went or go down again. They came back again. I'm talking of Spurs, and then went down again, and then came back and equalized in another goal, 3-3 at the Etihad. Lloyd, what do you have to say about that game, man?
yeah, it's typical. It's typical Spurs, isn't it? Like they had to do something in that game, innit? It's typical Spurs, isn't it? That's what they do, innit? But I'm trying to think here. Who does the point favour more? Does it favour Man City or does it favour Spurs more? Because you know what I mean? Because Man City really needed to win that game there yesterday, innit? Because now
yeah.
we're still like 4 points ahead of them or wherever we are in the league. Yeah, I think going off subject a bit, I think the team we need to watch out is Liverpool.
Mhm. I agree with that. I think you're muted.
I agree
Tony,
with
you're
that.
muted.
Yeah, yeah, I'm back now. I'm back now. Yeah, I will mute Lloyd Ranks because it's coming from his side. The audio thing is coming from his side. So see, but Oregon Gunner, yeah, see, Manchester City, Tottenham Hotspurs, yeah. What did you think about that matchup, yeah? Before we go into this Liverpool stuff,
Say when I think about the Tottenham City game.
yeah, the
Oh,
Tottenham
that
City.
was fantastic. Thank you, referee. Because Jack Grealish could have scored that goal. And anything that's gonna, as much as would want Tottenham to lose, it would have helped City, right?
Mhm.
I mean, and vice versa. I didn't want either. A draw is exactly what I wanted to happen. That was a wild game. The faces Erling Haaland is making now after yelling at the referee, I think you guys have all seen on social media. his faces and so forth. Oh, where'd Lloyd go? Did he have to jump out or something? Okay.
Yeah, you had
Um,
to jump out and come back in.
okay. So, I thought it was a great game, Tony. I actually missed the first half. I watched the highlights. I watched all of the second half. Um, that uh, Ange Ball is dead. I'm sorry.
Oh
Ange
my
Ball is dead.
God.
It's. I mean, it's not sustainable.
It's
I
not
mean, I'm
sustainable at
surprised
all.
they scored at the end. I thought like all that energy they would put in the first half. The first 60 minutes of the game, they're running so much. I don't see it sustainable. And some Tottenham fans are saying, "Oh, we still City didn't beat us." Bro, you have one draw in 4 games. They have 1 point out of like 16. So, or 15. Sorry. So let's not. It's fallen apart.
Mm,
Their injuries, which we told them was going to happen, has really affected them. They were bringing Richarlison on in the 85th minute. What does that tell you?
oh,
So
man, that's
I
bad, man.
I think City really need Kevin De Bruyne back, and I think they're really
Mm,
missing Goodowan. And um, yeah, I think if they had De Bruyne and Goodowan back, they would be top of the league. Their midfield is very soft right now. I mean, they played a 4-1-4-1. I mean, what's Alvarez going to do dropping back? Nothing. What's
nothing.
Doku going to do dropping back? Nothing. Rodri was out there to defend the back four all himself against a very good Tottenham front three. Even with Brendan Johnson, I think they're half decent. I don't really rate Brendan Johnson, but um,
Can you guys
just
still hear feedback? Can you still hear
No,
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 feedback?
it's
it's not
gone.
good.
It's gone. It's
Like
gone. I
maybe
think
take the
it's
headphones.
your
Like,
mic.
see if I take the
Yeah,
headphones out, maybe.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. No, good one, Lloyd. No, I just think that was a good game, Tony. We got the result we wanted, right?
Yeah,
I was
exactly.
really
Yeah.
worried if one of those teams wins. I didn't want either one of them to win. So,
Yeah, it
you
makes
know,
it good for us.
it was a mad game, and the referee made a great decision, but a
A
very very
great
bad one. If
decision.
that was for us, I would be furious.
I'll be furious. But Lloyd
Yeah.
Ranks, man, see, Oregon Gunner just, he just poked the bear right there, yeah. Look at that officiating, yeah. What is it with this Premiership referees? How low can these guys get? Yeah, a player. Okay, there was an infringement, yeah. You initially allowed game to go on. I'm talking of that Man City game. You allowed game to go. You allowed the game to go on, and then you called it back when that same team that had an advantage, that you actually gave an advantage, were going through on goal.
Yeah, it
What
does
is,
a bit shitty
what
that.
is this? What is this? This is the kind of officiating that we're talking about, and this is what we see. This is what we're talking about. That clearly,
Mm.
is that guy meant to be a Premiership referee? He's a bozo. What do you think about about that officiating there? Horrible, horrible
Yeah, it was a bit of a
officiating.
joke, wasn't it? I
Yeah,
hate
So
them.
no,
I hate
what's your
them
take on
decisions,
that,
though.
Lloyd?
I hate them decisions. Like, you know what I mean? You first of all, like, you done that, and then a couple of minutes later, you blow for a free kick. I hate it. But I've noticed it. It happens. It happens on FIFA as well. I know you can't compare FIFA to a real life game, but it happens on FIFA as well. You know what I mean? You think you
damn.
get away with it. You think you get away with it, and then 30 seconds later, the referee blows for a free kick. You
Yeah,
don't.
I think some of those FIFA refs are actually refing in real life.
You don't.
Like, yeah, I
Oh
mean,
my
I'm glad it happened to see it. I'm glad I saw that call. I was like, yes, thank you, referee.
I
I
loved
mean,
it. I
Jack
loved it.
Grealish
But
was playing
man,
pretty well, kind of. He had
but
a defender on
man,
him.
But at the
There's
end of
no
the day, though,
way Jack Grealish would have scored.
at the end of the day, it makes it good for us, innit?
Yeah,
They
yeah,
drew the game, so it makes it better for us, then, innit?
bro.
wait,
Lloyd,
wait,
I
wait.
was jumping with excitement when he pulled
But
that back.
again, but see, yeah, it's good to laugh at City right now.
Right.
This is the problem I have, yeah. Mostly when I talk about these things with other fans, yeah. It's good to laugh at City right now about what happened, but it's coming back to you. You know it's going to happen to Newcastle next week. You know it's going to happen to Arsenal yet again. You know it's going to happen to Liverpool. So if we keep laughing, yeah, if we as fans, yeah, keep laughing at each other that this is happening to this person, this is happening to that person, we will all be screwed, and it might just
Yeah,
take away
Yeah.
precious points from us. So
Yeah.
this should be a this should be a holy war against the Premiership referees. It should be a holy war. I'm talking of a large
Right.
scale holy war, man. With refereeing, refereeing in this league is horrible. It's totally shit.
Mhm.
It's
Yep.
horrible, man. I liked it that it happened to City, of course. At least one way or the other, it had to happen to them anyway. But man, it's not sustainable, man. If the FA is doing this based on entertainment purposes only, man, then I'm sorry, man. It's messed up. It's messed up.
Yep.
It's messed up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all
Big
clubs.
up.
I was just saying. Well, Emmy just said in the chat like all clubs are kind of victim of it, and that's true.
Yeah.
But there's something special when it happens with City and Tottenham. I don't know. I was just like Lloyd said, I was so happy when he made that bad call because I was like, oh crap, Grealish is through. They're gonna go above us or something. And I don't know. We're at the point, Tony, where many of us in chat would agree, we got to take every little break we can get.
True.
Exactly.
We need
But
every
you're
little.
part of the problem then you're part
I
of the
am part of
problem.
the problem. I'm going to be a referee and I'm going to sign up. Send me my paperwork. I get the application in. No, it's a hard job. And you know what I don't here's what I can't stand. And here's why I think why
Shout
referees
out to the football band. Big up to
shout out
football band.
Vance.
That's our brother. Amy Baba is also down here. Shout out to you. Wolfang
Legend.
Division. Nah.
Shout out Moss Sports too.
Mm,
Yeah. So with that, so the refereeing job is hard, which we all know. Right? We know it's a difficult job. What I'm
yeah.
what I'm getting
I wouldn't
tired
want to do it.
I'm tired of, you guys. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. Is players who aren't the captain running up to the ref and yelling at him. I am freaking sick and tired of that.
Yeah, they need to stop that, innit? I've said this for the They need to stop that.
Make a rule, say captains only. Get the two captains, figure out the solution, play on. That's what the captains are for.
Mm.
The way I understand Holland was really upset. The whole city was pissed off. But the way Holland attacked that referee, just screaming in his face, that's not going to help anything. That's not going to make them make better decisions in the future.
Yeah, he was
Exactly.
fuming, wasn't he?
At him now will not affect anything in the future. That's
Mm,
why when there's a problem, you call the captains over, you get all the other players out because it's just noise. It's
yeah.
just noise.
It's just
Get
noise.
the captains, explain them the situation or your decision, and then you move on from there.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
How else do we get over this? I am so done with players going up to the referee, complaining every single time. 4 or 5
I'm
of them.
fine.
I know they were upset with the call yesterday with Tottenham. I get that. That was a really, really bad call, right? The ref stopped. The ref let it go. Then he blew his whistle. I think the ref in hindsight would say, I really jacked that one up. But
Exactly.
it's the response from the players. Like surrounding the ref isn't going to fix the call. It has in
The
the
problem.
future. But no, I mean, I think there's games where you have seen the ref change their mind sometimes, and then then we would lose our mind if it was against us. But the thing is, that's what VAR is for. VAR has taken over the refereeing essentially.
Exactly.
The refs are
Essentially.
kind of just out there to confirm what VAR's doing. It makes no sense. It's ass
It totally makes no sense. Lloyd the ranks out. Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
that no matter how much we get mad at the referees per that game, it's not going to dictate them making right calls in the future. So you need to have the captains make the decision, call it good.
Exactly. Big ups to you, Oregon Gunner, man. Always lovely takes, man. See, Lloyd Ranks, this is a big one. And of course, Oregon Gunner, you can chime into this after this one, yeah? See, Amy Baba just said something here, yeah. See, we're Arsenal fans, yeah. It's an Arsenal affair. Let's talk like as Arsenal fans, yeah. Let's reason together with the guys who are down here in the charts, yeah.
Right.
Amy Baba, shout out to him, yeah. He's a member of this channel. Big ups to him. Let me start from there. Look at what he says. And I want you guys to just listen to it, yeah? Because that's how I'm going to frame my question. Amy Baba says here, yeah? He says, how about City's defense? Are you listening? Good. Now, the second one. Wolfgang Division says here, City's defense is weaker. Now, look at this one now. This is the big one. 9 goals in 3 games. See, Lordy Ranks, Oregon Gunner, let that sink in. The champions of England,
Right.
champions of Europe, FA Cup champion, 3P champions, yeah, have conceded 9 goals in 3 games. Now that's big. It's also
Not great, is it?
it's big. It's also controversial too. See, in about 3 games now, Manchester City haven't won a game in 3 games in the league. They've conceded 9 goals in 3 games. They go to Aston Villa. See, guys, yeah, Villa Park. They've turned that place into a fortress. We'll be
Hmm.
talking about that later on, just a little bit later on, yeah. But this is the thing: 9 goals in 3 games. Do you guys think that Arsenal have a chance this season to win this league? Because see, mind you, Man City just brought in a defender from I think is it not from Leipzig. That guy in the defense, was that guy's name that went to the World Cup, the tall defender.
Oh yeah, well, I forgot his name.
I've
Yeah,
forgotten his
Mike.
name. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, I've forgotten his name. Yeah, they brought that guy in for big money too. Yeah, for big money. I'm not sure they're gonna dip their hands in the market to go get another
Oh, no,
defender.
man.
Yeah, yeah. They're not gonna go buy another defender. So their defense will remain like this. And this defense have shipped in 9 goals in 3 games, at least with what we've seen right now. It's 9 goals in 3 games. Now, if Arsenal's defense is looking like a rock right now that we have William Saliba, we're the best defensive side in the league. Now that's a fact.
Mhm.
With City's defense looking shabby and looking like this, yeah, and considering this amount of goals that these guys have already conceded in 3 games, do you think Arsenal have a bigger fight and a bigger shout for this title if City's defense is this weaker this season? Lloyd the ranks.
I don't know, because I don't want to talk about Arsenal winning leagues and all that. And you know what I mean?
Oh my
You
God,
know
But
what I mean?
man,
man!
I've had my say
No
on this already, like
balls,
on
no
what
Instagram,
if we
like
saw?
Arsenal
balls,
What if
winning
we
no,
leagues.
something different a week later? God forbid.
no balls of steel. Come
Come
on,
on,
man.
Lights. Put it out
Nine
there.
goals in 3 games. Come
Yeah,
on, man.
I know. It's 9 goals in 3 games here, but come on though, it's Man City in it. I mean, come on, like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? I don't want to. I mean, like, I said this on Instagram like a few days ago, like, you know what I mean? Arsenal winning leagues and winning. It's a bit early to start talking about winning leagues, in it, like, because
Mm,
as you
Not even.
know, Tony, in it, I said all this last season. You know what I mean? Everyone was talking about Arsenal winning leagues and doing this and doing that, and
yeah.
we fell short at the last hurdle in it. So let's see, in it. Let's get Christmas out of the way, then we'll start talking about winning leagues, then, innit?
Okay, but again, that question was framed in response to the defense of Manchester City. So
Mm.
I was comparing our defense. It's not like I was saying, well, Arsenal just win the league. I was comparing our defense. And I said, Arsenal is the best defensive side in the league right now, this season, as we are
Oh
talking
well,
right now. And
if you're
we
going
have
it by the
Man
question,
City, and we have Man City who is shipping in 9 goals in 3 games. Arsenal
yeah.
haven't.
Well, then there's a chance then.
Okay. Uh,
Yeah.
Oregon Gunner, chime into this one, man. If
Um.
our biggest rivals for the title, it's gazumping 9 goals in 3 games, and Arsenal is sitting pretty, winning these games without considering the amount of goals these guys, have conceded. And mind you, Arsenal have also played the same amount of big teams that Man City have played.
Right.
Mind you, we've also played Chelsea Football Club this
Yep.
season. We've played
United.
Tottenham Hotspurs, who again is out there for us to play. Just Liverpool and Man
Mhm.
City haven't played Liverpool, so
Right.
we're
Right.
side by side with them. So
Right.
yeah,
Well, the thing is, I first look is Akanji was at left back and not the left center back against Tottenham. So he
yeah,
had Gravadol, who usually plays left back, and is the left center back right next to Ruben Diaz. So that mix up alone is what kind of done him in because Gavadol is a left back. He's a left wide back. I think he may have played center back at RB Leipzig, but this Man City team's different, right? Akanji is a center
yeah.
back. I've never seen him even play left back. So big up, Anthony. You're my hero too. Um,
Big
I
up to
want to
Anthony.
anyway, it's something because I think also the formation, if we're going to the Tottenham game specifically, and even the City's defense, the formation didn't do them any good. 4-1-4-1, that's not enough protection of the back four. Rodri's good, but he ain't that good to protect all those defenders and still go up the pitch. Um, I still think that the City's going to win the league. It's theirs to lose because they're better overall in every position. Um, And if it's just a defensive thing, Pep Guardiola will know the numbers too. He'll know it's 9 in 3 games, and he'll make adjustments. Um, I I don't know. I think City are kind of losing their identity a bit. I know that may sound weird to some people, but they've
It
drawn
will.
3 games in a row
They're
now. They've
losing something.
Yeah, I think they have 3 points out of a 15 or
Yeah,
12,
yeah.
right?
Mm.
So who knows? But again, we've seen this before, right? We've seen it where City explode and take the lead and never look back. We've seen it where City are slow and then gain the lead come December, January time. And if I got to be 100% truthful, Tony, they're going to be first come January. I
Mhm.
just feel that, especially now after the Tottenham game, the referee call, the madness of the game, Pep Guardiola will figure out a solution to stop the leakage. And then when KDB comes back, I think it's January, we're going to see a different City side.
We're gonna,
Uh,
yeah, see it. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I'm not
That's
trying
for
to
sure.
put rain on our parade. I'm not trying to throw cold water on us. We're looking good. We're dragging out some wins. We're staying somewhat injury free now, and we're top of the league. It's just we as Gooners we know from history, right, that we do good, and then come March or April we start to mess up and we start losing points, and we know City gain momentum during that time.
During that
So
time.
I still believe in a couple of comments here that Liverpool really is our biggest threat right now because we already do have the City win, even though we do still got to go to the Etihad. That's going to be probably a season-defining game. I don't know when we go to Etihad. Was it maybe March or April?
Mm.
Um, I I don't know. That's such a hard one to call because their defense. If they're mistake-free, they win, Tony.
Yeah,
If they're
exactly.
mistake free, they win. And so it's like Tottenham again, a very decent side. I'm not, they're not great, and they're good. They're a good side this year with Ange, but both, I don't know, just I don't know. It's hard to tell because
It's
it's like,
hard
do
to
they
tell.
make mistakes or is this something that's going to continue? I mean, they played Chelsea at the wrong time because Chelsea was on the up and up, right? They started to score goals,
Yeah,
and then
at
they
the
turn around
time.
and lose, the other day. I just, I just wouldn't rule City out, but I don't want to
Mm.
pour cold water on us either because I still think if we can remain first through Christmas, we did last season, I
Mm,
think there's still a better chance because we do have that win over City before the Christmas time. But last season, we didn't have that win at City before the Christmas time. You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So it's
exactly,
kind of the
exactly.
timing of the games makes sense, as you guys know, when we play who and when, right? If we play somebody in November, that's a lot different than playing them in March or February. Um, I still got to say City are the favorites, Tony, even though the defense is leaking some goals. It's
It's
just some
leaking goals, right?
adjustments. Just some adjustments that Pep will make.
mm,
Good, good. Now, good.
yeah.
Let's pour some more sand, to that ideology right now. See, Lloyd Ranks, this is for you, yeah.
Mm,
Man City faces Aston Villa, yeah, next week,
mm,
yeah. Sorry, this week. Sorry, yeah,
mm,
that's their next game against
mm,
Aston Villa at Villa Park. They've turned that place into a fortress. Unai Emery is now in top four. He has 29 points right now in 14 games. Now it's huge. The players are ready to play. See, the players right there, yeah, they are ready to die for this guy. They're willing to throw their backs on posts and on irons, yeah. It's turned that place into a cult, yeah. They're
mm,
ready to do his bidding. Like he's turned that play into a real life Jesuit cult. They're ready
mm,
to die for him. And that's
mm,
why these guys are scoring goals, yeah, firing on all cylinders, even in games that they should outrightly lose, like the game against Bournemouth. Yeah, they came out with a draw. That
Remember
mentality
they
alone
beat Spurs.
is
Remember they
top
beat
four
Spurs as well.
mentality.
Remember
Exactly,
they beat Spurs.
exactly,
Yep.
exactly. And you know what, yeah? They welcome the champions, yeah? To Villa Park, a place they've
Mm,
turned into a fortress this season. But see, this is the bigger picture. Manchester City will be missing their big key guy, yeah? They will be missing what's his name? Their defensive midfielder. What's his
Rodri.
name?
Rodri.
Rodrigo. They will be missing Rodrigo because he got a yellow card.
Mhm.
So he's off from that game. So
Okay.
he has to serve that ban. He's not going to be there. Guess who else is not playing for them? Come the day, Doku.
Holland.
Doku hobbled off the pitch. So
Mm,
and with what I'm hearing that it's a it's a it's an injury that will keep him off for a week or two. That's what I heard. I've not confirmed it, but he hobbled off and Grealish came in. And also Grealish wouldn't be playing in the game against Aston Villa. Now, those are two people you don't want them to actually miss that game at
right.
at Villa Park. Very very important guys down there, man. And of course, the yellow card for Grealish was for dissent, I think,
Right.
because I
Yeah.
think after
Yeah.
that, yeah. So he's not gonna be in that game, so he was yellow
That
carded.
call.
So they're gonna be missing two important players. Kevin De Bruyne is nowhere to be found. Rodrigo is not there, and mind you, when Rodrigo was not there, that was the start of their, of their downfall this season,
Right.
in a way.
We
So,
beat
what
them.
do you think about? Yeah, exactly. We beat them.
You know what,
So,
Tony?
what do you think, Lloyd Ranks?
I think, yeah, do you know what? I think with Grealish, yeah, do you know what? I think it's an excuse why he don't want to play. You know why, innit? He doesn't want to go there and play in it, and the Aston Villa fans, boo! You know what I mean? It's gonna get to him, you know what I mean? Knowing that he used to play there and he was one of their heroes, you know what I mean? He doesn't want to take getting booed. Don't be surprised if Villa beat them, you know. That
I
would be nice,
reckon.
Yeah.
wouldn't it? That would be
Yeah.
nice if Villa do beat them. That would be nice.
Mm,
If Villa, if oh man, that would change the table a lot if Villa beat them. If Villa beat them and we win, that changes things a lot. But again,
that
guys, the dark
changes
horse is
things, man.
Liverpool. The dark horse is Liverpool.
Mhm.
We have to beat Liverpool. If we don't beat them, they're going to go right up the table because I don't really see them dropping points. I mean, Fulham should have beat them, but Liverpool scored 2 goals in 3 minutes to win the game. So
Yeah,
Trent
exactly,
Alexander had
exactly.
a worldie at the end.
Exactly.
You
Away
know,
from Man City, yeah. Oregon Gunnar, Arsenal have been drawn against Liverpool in the FA Cup.
Wake
So
up.
see, this is the reality now. We have to
right.
play Liverpool 3 times in 6 weeks. Let that
Okay.
sink in.
Wow.
Arsenal, guys in the chart, Arsenal will have to play Liverpool 3 times in 6 weeks.
Mm,
One comes in this December. I'm
Mhm.
talking of next week. The next one comes up around January. I think that's
okay.
the first FA Cup matchup, yeah.
Yeah.
And by February 6th, we'll be playing the return match of our Premiership game. So three
Gotcha.
times in 6 weeks. Oregon
Wow.
gonna take it away. Are we ready? You saw the kind of goals that these guys are monsters. Yeah, you could see the kind of goals these guys are scoring, man. From
Yeah.
midfield, McAllister from. Oh
Yeah.
my God, guys,
Yeah.
you don't want to watch that replay, man. The kind of goals these guys are scoring, inhuman
Yeah.
goals,
That
man.
goal was mad.
Inhuman
Jurgen
goals, man.
Klopp said those were some of the most amazing goals he's ever
Inhuman.
seen. Jurgen
Oof.
Klopp came out and said those were some of those amazing goals he's ever seen in one match. Um, wow. 3 times in 6 weeks. Oh shit. Um, you know, their
Three
defense
times
is
in 6 weeks.
good.
There you go.
I know it just sounds crazy. But their defense, I mean, besides Van Dyke, who's really that good on defense there? I mean, Fulham put 3 past them.
Mm,
You know,
mm, mm,
so there's something there. But to
mm.
think that Klopp
Oregon
doesn't,
is going to the dark side, man. It's going to
yeah,
the
but to
dark
think that
side.
Klopp won't make adjustments, like Pep is going to make adjustments because of what they're
Mm,
dropping points. You know, they don't have. They're missing a couple of key things at Liverpool,
yeah.
and let me know, guys, if you disagree in the chat, etc. The one thing they're missing is a central defensive mid. Endo is decent, but is he really, really that good? Not really.
Not really.
Um, Salah, he's kind of hit or miss. He's getting up there in age. I think if Tomiyasu is fit and able to play, maybe Tomiyasu slots it on the left side to control Salah. I'm not too worried about Diaz. I'm worried about Nunez because he's strong, he's physical. He will give Gabriel and Saliba a hard time. I'm not too
Mm,
worried about their mid. They're good all over the pitch. So let me rephrase that. Um, but I think the real weak link is their defensive mid position. I think if we can get the ball, get them on the back foot, keep possession in their half, we can get something out of it. It's going to be a tough game, but I think at the end of the day, we're confident, and we play with confidence. We make the right moves. We play first of all the right starting 11, right? So with that given, I think there is a chance. I think it's between us and Liverpool to really kind of battle it out with Man City faltering. But again, once
Yeah,
Pep makes adjustments, it's going to be a 3-horse race between us, Liverpool, and City. There's just no other
definitely,
way to look at it right
definitely,
now.
Yeah.
Fourth
definitely.
place is so up and down. It could be United, Villa, Newcastle. Who knows? Even Chelsea have a shout. I think in some way, maybe getting fourth, probably fifth. Um, but the thing is, Tony, is that we just have to have the right 11, have them drilled up, and just play our game.
And,
You know,
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Odegaard's
And
not
again,
getting space.
again, we also have to make use of the January transfer window, because the next
Right,
matchup is, we have them next year. So
right,
we have to go make those transfers by January, quite quickly, bring
right.
in soldiers
Tony, I know
who come
one
and
thing you
help
haven't
us.
mentioned. You haven't mentioned about tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the last stuff before we go home today. That's the last one. We're going down to that. And you know what? You're starting with that one now. Arsenal plays Luton. Guys, let that sink in, yeah? Luton.
We
Luton.
Luton.
play tomorrow.
Luton. See, guys, yeah, we have these guys tomorrow. See, our brother Lloydie Ranks, take
Mm.
us through what you think about that matchup tomorrow, man. Do you think we're gonna smash these guys? Yeah, and you know what? Yeah, we really need to amputate these teams. Yeah, I'm not talking of just 3-0. I'm talking of 6-7. If Newcastle can do these guys dirty, why can't we do these guys dirty? Because see, at the end of the day, because with the way Liverpool is moving right now, yeah. And with the way City might be moving by next year, evidentially by how they've been winning trophies, by next year they are just oiling that machine right now.
Mm.
By next year they will kick up. We've seen that. We know that. Yeah. So we have to start raking up our goal margins. Our goal margins have to start jacking up right now, because come end of the season, if we're tied with points with any of these guys, yeah, that can come in handy as 1 point. Do you guys agree with that?
Yeah, I'm
Do
trying to
we?
think about this. I'm trying to think about this Luton game tomorrow.
Good, good, good. So the Luton game, sh- sh- what do you think is going to happen in that game? Should we be smashing these guys 7-0, 6-0? Should we be doing that to them at their ground tomorrow?
Yeah, yeah, on paper, yeah, we should be, yeah, we should be smashing them tomorrow. We should at least smash them 6-7-0. But as we said before, football matches are not won on paper, are they? Like they're won on the pitch. Do you know what I mean? But let's not take Luton lightly, innit? Didn't they just hold? Didn't they just? Who did they hold? Didn't they hold Liverpool? Not Liverpool. Didn't they hold someone to a draw
It was
recently?
Liverpool, man. They,
Liverpool,
they
wasn't it?
held.
Yeah, they just held
Yeah.
Liverpool to a draw, didn't they?
Uh,
So let's not take Luton lightly. But realistically, we should be smashing them at least 6-7-0.
Mm-hmm. No exceptions. Though, yeah, Odegaard, like I said, Odegaard gets time on the ball. He'll rip that defense apart. Um,
mm,
yeah, I'm expecting a 5 or 6 win too.
yeah.
We are at home, correct? You said?
No, no, no. We'll wait. We'll wait.
Oh,
We'll wait.
yeah. That shouldn't matter. We've only conceded 4 goals away from home this season.
Mm,
Yeah,
mm.
we've conceded less goals away than we have at home.
But see, yeah, guys, yeah, that
I
ground.
think 4-5-0.
But again, that ground is a very small ground. I'm very wary about all these grounds that are quite small,
Well,
quite near to the fans and
one thing,
everything.
Tony, to think though, that Highbury was the smallest ground in the EPL. Highbury
Yeah,
was the smallest ground. It was the smallest pitch by quite a bit, I believe. I mean, Camp Nou is a massive, massive pitch, right? That's wide, it's long. But I think with our passing, if the weather's good, right? If the weather is good, we'll put in 5 or 6. I think, I don't know. At Luton, I expect, like Lloyd said, I expect a 5-6-0 win. We're in the mode to do that. We have the
I will
players
know one thing though. Tomorrow's game, I feel sorry for the people who live there, like, because you know what I mean. If all them shots are going all wayward up there, they might end up through people's windows.
I mean, don't they have
yeah.
a little train that goes around too? They have a little train that goes around the pitch or something.
Yeah, saying that.
Yeah, I mean, we should. Like, you're right, Tony and Lloyd. We should go in there and smash them 5-6-0. we have
Yeah,
we
yeah,
have the team to do it. We've seen it. We did it against Lawns. And again, it depends on Odegaard getting space on the ball and spraying those
exactly.
passes around.
And those are and thank you for stressing that about Odegaard, yeah, because these are his sweet dreams, yeah. Sweet dreams are made of these. These are the kind of games that Martin Odegaard loves, yeah. The smaller teams, yeah, to rip them apart, and rightfully Red Bull vodka amputate. We need to rake up those goal margins. We need to rake up the points. That's what we need to do. See, we've come to the end of the show
But
today, yeah, guys. Yeah, we've come to the end of the show.
Mm.
Thank you
and you
guys
said
for
and you
joining
said
us
4-0.
today, man. Predictions. Sorry. So what's your prediction? Just lay up your prediction, Lloyd Ranks. What do you say about your prediction? Only
Yeah, I'm gonna go for it. 4-0.
4-0. Okay,
I'm gonna
good.
go for it. 4-0.
4-0. Okay.
I'll
Oregon
go.
Gunner.
I'll go one more. I'll go 5-0.
5-0.
Okay. Yeah, I
What the heck?
I don't see them scoring against us. If we play like we did against Lawns, we will absolutely crush them. But if we play like we did against Wolves, we're going to let them in, right? I
We're
mean,
gonna
we
let
took
them in.
off the gas in the second half, and I was like, holy shit, it was squeaky bum time. And I don't know why we do that to ourselves. I don't know what Arteta said at halftime, but if he just goes out there with the same players we played against Lawns, the same mentality, we will beat them 4-5-0 for
We
sure.
will beat them
Definitely.
4-5 now. See who starts for you in that matchup. In the number 9 slot and in the left center mid. For you, Lloyd the Ranks, who starts in that game for you? Do you think this is the kind of game that Kai Havertz can come in and
Yeah,
impose himself and
yeah,
imposes his aerial,
yeah. This is the
his
game. This
aerial
is the game.
ability
This
on
is the game
yeah,
for him
yeah,
tomorrow. I
100%.
have and Trossard as well. This is the game for them tomorrow.
Mm.
Mm, mm.
So,
Or reckon, do you agree with that? Is this the kind of
um,
game for Kai Havertz, or should he sit on the bench come
yeah,
tomorrow?
yes and no. I've always been one to like stick with the same 11. That's kind of just my thing. But I see, of course, where Lloyd's coming from. It's Luton. They're down at the bottom of the table. This would be a good opportunity to get Kai Havertz more time blending in with the squad, right? Because
Yeah.
he definitely still needs that. Um, you know, I don't know if I'd start Kai Havertz up front, but I don't know if I want him at left mid either. I just, but Lloyd's right. This is the kind of game Havertz needs to be in because he
Mm.
needs time with the squad.
It needs game time. Yeah.
I would, I would give Jesus a rest and play Havertz up front as a false nine. I would run a 4-3-3 with a false nine with Havertz, and this may be crazy, but I would put and if he's fit, I would put ESR in at left mid. Give him some time before we sell him.
But
Um,
but
you
is
know,
he fit enough? Is he fit to
that's
play?
it. I think he's injured. So if he's injured, forget that. If he's injured, I want Trossard there on the left, right? So
Yeah.
I would have made Trossard on the left with Havertz up front as a false nine against Luton.
Mm,
I think that would work with, of course, Martinelli, Saka, Rice,
exactly.
normal back
Exactly.
four, Tomiyasu.
Yeah.
And there's a big conversation we can maybe have next week, Tony, is the
Yeah.
Tomiyasu Ben White discussion.
That's a big one.
A
That's a
big
big
one.
one. That's
Because
that's
he's
a
looking
big one.
better than Ben White
We,
in certain instances.
exactly, man. We missed that one. We'll call this
We'll
panel
have to
again on
talk about
Monday,
that.
and then we'll have to talk about that one. That's a big one to talk
But
about
if
on
but if
Monday.
we have the mentality that we do against Lawns, we will beat them.
We'll whoop it them definitely, guys. Yeah, Lloyd Ranks, tell these people where they could find you, man. My brother, man. Thanks for popping into our show today.
Yeah, people, you can find me. Add up my Insta. Add up my Insta. Lloydie Ranks. You know the rest.
I got
The
you,
Don
Lloyd.
Add me up.
Dada.
Done that. You don't know the rest. Add me up in it on my Insta, people. Just everyone in the chat. Add up my Insta. Lloydie Ranks. You know.
Love it. I got you.
Big up, big up,
Uh,
big up to you, Lloyd the Ranks, man. Oregon, gonna please give him a follow, man, on Instagram. Guys
for
in the
sure.
chat, give Lloyd the Ranks, yeah,
Yeah. Give me a
a
follow.
big, big,
The more the
big
merrier.
follow on Instagram.
More the
He's
merrier.
our guy. He's
It's
our
not a
guy, and
party.
He's a friend of this channel too. Oregon, gonna tell these people, man. Talk to them. Talk to them.
Well, thanks again, Tony, for having me on our great Monday show. I look forward to this every day. Thanks. Yeah, my father's doing better. I'm feeling better. Family's good. Everybody's good. Lloyd, it's nice to meet you for the first time, bro.
Yeah, nice to meet you too, bro.
You know your Arsenal. I can see it. I can sense it. You know what's up. It's always been
Yeah,
absolutely.
I'm a big fan, man.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah, no, thanks for joining us today. And of course, shout out to the chat. Wolfgang, Anthony, Ross,
Yes.
Red Bull, Emmy, Wolfgang. I think
Amy
I mentioned
Baba.
Emmy
Mhm.
Baba, Legend.
Red
Everybody.
Bull, Red Bull,
Everybody.
Red Skull, or what is his name?
Yeah, thanks everybody for joining us today. You can find me at Oregon Good on YouTube. IG, it's infamous_Dow. And you can find me, of course, every Friday with TJ Warren on the American Idiots Football Show. Every Friday
Yeah,
at 9
TJ,
p.m.
shout out.
UK, 1 p.m.
Okay.
American time. So, yeah, we've just had our 38th episode, but me and Tony here, but we're number 14. We're getting
Number
up there,
14,
Tony.
man. We're getting up there, man. We're
We're
raking up,
using
and we're
30.
bringing in, yeah, exactly. And me and Oregon Gunner, we're bringing up people, Arsenal fans who come here to talk
Yeah,
football and look at Lloyd the Ranks, man. So,
There you
one
go.
of these days too, I hope Lloyd the Ranks can make it, to
absolutely.
probably maybe next week or whenever he wants to come on. So
Yeah,
big up
give
to
me a
everyone
shout.
who came to the show today. Amy Baba in the charts, Oregon Gunner in the charts, Red Bull Vodka, that's our guy, yeah. BBA, big up to you, man. He says, I hate predicting a battering because it will always come back to haunt us. Yes, it's Luton, but they drew with Liverpool and nearly beat them. Yeah, I
Exactly what I
totally
just said.
understand that, man. Amy Baba, big up to you. That's our guy. Amy Baba is a personal friend. That's my very, very big friend. So shout out to you, Amy Baba. Red Bull Vodka, big ups, More Sports World. Anthony Herbert, of course, a member of this channel. Big up to you, man. And he says, "Listen, guys, Luton pitch is awful. They're used to it, but Arsenal not used to it. That's why I went 4-0. Exactly, Anthony Herbert. Wolfang Division is also our big friend. Thank you for popping in,
Yeah,
and thank
right.
you for the £2 that you gave us,
Yeah, thanks so
Wolfang
much.
Division. We love you, man. Thank you very
Nice one.
much. From me, Lloyd Ranks,
Mm.
we are out.
In a bit, people.